Hey guys, James here with UFSU University, coming back at you with another deck profile. This time we're going to be doing it under Cadenza. This one's going to be brought to you by Brook Maness of the UFS community. Say you wanted to see a Cadenza profile. Cadenza has just a couple more sets before it's going to rotate. So I think this is a pretty good time to do a Cadenza profile. He's, in my opinion, one of the more underrated characters from the set, despite the set being a little underrated itself. But let's get into the profile of this Cadenza. Okay guys, we're going to go into this Cadenza profile. He's a 5-hand size, 30 vitality character. Your foundations cannot be committed by your opponent's effects, so he can't be stunned, he can't be selectively committed, he just protects himself. He can be stopped, because he's not a foundation himself, but that's okay. His only ability is R, check a 6. After your opponent plays a non-attack card, they discard 1 card. So it's not super strong, which is why he's a little on the weaker side compared to the 5-handers we have now. But I still think he's like a cool, fun deck to play. And Tim loves this character. So we'll get into the foundations first. We're going to be we're having 4 Azure Nightmare. The Azure Nightmare. It's a 1/6, so it triggers his ability by just checking it, which is what you're going to see a lot for these first few ones. And then it's a 3 high block. If it's discarded, my opponent loses 1. And then I can ready it so I can keep playing cool cards. It's pretty nice. Despite the fact that I hate this card, we're playing 2 Last of the Shirai Ryu. It's a unique 1 low block, which is cool, but the main part is it's a 6 check, so you can just trigger with Cadenza when the opportunity arises. The abilities are, while it's ready, my Desperation attacks get +1 damage. While it's committed, all of my opponent's attacks get -1 damage. So like it's there for the slight debuff as well as the slight buff when it gets a chance. That's all it's there for. We're playing 2 Undying Rage. It's a 6. It's a 6. That's all that matters. I think we're playing 1 Fury, 1 Desperation. Yep, that's it. So we can pick up a total of 7 cards, which is still pretty good, I guess, but most of the time it won't matter. It's just there for the 6 and the slight opportunity to maybe get its ability off. We're playing 4 Police Connections. Make sure there's that. Yeah. 4 Police Connections. It's a 6. It's a spam, which means you can play it easy. Has a nice 1 mid block and stops our opponents from flipping our stuff, which is pretty nice. The 6 is what matters. 2 Esoteric Yoga. It's a 6. We force our opponent to discard a card if they draw an extra card. So if they draw to like stop. So we make them discard, but they want to replace their hand size, so they draw. We just make them discard anyways. And then Playable Committee can destroy this to give something -4 speed. It's pretty nice. Another spam, but also has a 6. No surprises, which is really nice. It doesn't have a block, and its only ability is check a 4. Your opponent discards the top card of their deck, which you just slowly mill your opponent out, which doesn't matter. It's in there for the 6 check, the spam, and then sometimes you just want to get the top card off your top of your deck if you know where it is. Because of what we're playing for our attacks and how we're trying to play this deck for Folktale Storyteller. It's just a 2/5, 2 low block, which is really nice, but its main ability is R card pool. After you play this, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If you have 2 or more foundations, add this to your staging unit. It's just a build 1 on the turn you're going to attack. Because Cadenza makes our opponent discard, we're playing his foundation, which is elimination mode. It just says R commit after a player discards a card due to an effect, draw 1 card, which is pretty nice. So we make them discard, we draw more cards to protect our attacks and to hopefully stop some of our opponent's attacks. And add cards if my opponent builds a deadlock, stuff like that. Just too overly dramatic. I cut a few things down. This was one of them, just to like shorten the deck a little bit, just because he's a 5-hander that doesn't actually draw, which is really rough for him. Because we sometimes have to face sync things because we're a 5-hander. 4 Commander of the Outworld's Armies. Hunt for Spires is a thing. Breaker 1 if you need to, -2 damage. You know the cool stuff that card does. And then last spam is Push a Limit. It's a 3 low block that when played makes our opponent flip a card. It's mainly there for the spam. It's a 5 check, not a 6, but that doesn't matter as much. When we just want to make sure we have a decent build turn, just to protect ourselves. So then we'll get into the actions. The actions are, I think, would be pretty obvious, which is 3 Judy, 4 Judy, 4 punch. It's a 6. They're both 2s, 1 low, 1 high, so you can block really well if you need to. And then buff our attacks. Pretty simple. Trigger Cadenza, buff attacks, stuff like that. So then we'll move on to the attacks. Because we want to start checking 6s a lot, 4 Shirai Ryukan SRKs. You stack a card to give +3 damage, +3 speed, which is really nice. At Deadlock, you can give it a stun 2. That won't matter as much. This just stacks a card so you can play attacks better. We're playing for Let's Party. So the idea of this deck, you're about to see, is I took the old Sei concept of 6s and 2s, playing characters, dropping them down with Sei, and just passing checks by playing the Russian roulette of 6s and 2s, and made it, we're playing a bunch of 6s and 5s and 1s and 2s, outside the Shirai Ryukan. So this is just a mill 4, pick up a card from our deck to our hand, and then remove a card. So basically we just add another attack. Sometimes it'll just be a Let's Party, so we can just do that continuously. But mill our deck. Hopefully we have a Punch and Judy in hand. Punch and Judy, our Let's Parties, stuff like that. Cool stuff. For Coffee Samba, it's a draw 2 as a 5-hander. We want to draw more. Stun our opponents. Multiples if we're able to. You know, just cool stuff. 3 Missile Launcher. Missile Launcher's obvious. Very, very good card in this symbol and all of its symbols. Discard top 4, +4 speed, +4 damage. Whatever you need at the time. Just really good. And then the last card that I'm playing, because I think it's really cool, is Whip Assault. It's a 6 mid 6. It's a 4 diff with a 2 check. So you play it as your 3rd card on a 6. It's combo attack. Its combo abilities are Combo E, this stack is +4 damage. Combo E, discard momentum. Your opponent discards a card, which is really nice. Stacking with Cadenza and his elimination mode. Deadlock combo, if you ever get there. If this attack is completely blocked, it still deals half damage, rounded down. Which is still cool, I guess. We're playing it just because, like, I wanted to play one more attack, and I didn't want it to be as predictable as Missile Launcher and Coffee Samba. So I made a Whip Assault, just so that way we got the cool discard if we're able to continue our combos with Cadenza, and just combo give 4 damage. It's a cool 6 for 10 as our 3rd attack, which is like just being able to go like Let's Party into Let's Party. If you have a Punch and Judy a bunch. Add this Whip Assault for 10 damage anyways. It's just really nuts. Like, the deck is designed just to do cool things very fast. But the problem is, he's a 5-hander that doesn't actually draw cards, so that's really difficult for him to do that. So, let's go into the end cap. Well, guys, that was the profile of Cadenza. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, how you would have built him, what you think I should have added, what cards I may have missed. Shout out to Brook Maness for giving us the suggestion to build a Cadenza deck. I actually really like the look of this. I just wish he did a little bit more, and there were just a couple more foundations I could play that benefited him. If you want to see a deck of a character you think's wacky and crazy, kind of like Cadenza, a character that doesn't see a lot of play, but you would like to see like some fun builds that you didn't think of, or want to see somebody else's take on it, go ahead and leave a comment in the description. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe for this video. Check us out on Patreon at UFSUniversity.com. We have a TCG player if you guys want to go check that out. If you're looking for any commons and stuff, commons, uncommons, rares, ultra rares from most of the most recent sets. We have a lot of uncommons and commons for a lot of things. If you're just looking like fill out play sets, get extra stuff, stuff that you think's you're gonna want more copies of, stuff like that. Check that out. It's just TCG University on TCG Player, and then make sure to come check out our Sunday Fun Days, guys. We have a lot of fun streaming and talking to the community, and would love to hang out with more of you guys if you guys just want to come hang out. We usually do those around like 1 o'clock, and we stream for about 2 to 3 hours every Sunday, so make sure to check that out. And as always, stay learning.